Hi, this is Ryan Slack, CEO of Green Pearl Events. I'm here with Suzanne Rosnowski, Quinn and Company, who will be doing a keynote at our REMarTech on April 29th. And I wanted to talk to her today about online PR. So Suzanne, if you could tell me, what do you see are the four most important elements of an online PR strategy?
Well, Ryan, when doing an online PR strategy, we like to look at the four main areas of our digital media audit. These four main areas consist of search, so how easy is it to find you online when somebody Googles you, your website, so that of course needs to be optimized and very user-friendly, and then also social media, which is your Twitter, your Facebook, your YouTube, your LinkedIn, and so forth, and then finally blogs.
But do you feel like any one aspect of those four is dominant? In sort of the 80-20 rule, do you feel like social media or search engine, what any of those four is more important than the others?
I think it depends on what you're trying to accomplish and where your target audiences are. So if you're trying to reach consumers and buyers, it may be social media. If you're really trying to impress your peers, drive business from a B2B standpoint, you might want to go to LinkedIn. Or if you want to really bolster yourself as an expert, you might want to be writing a blog. So, it really depends. Mm-hmm. But I think a website is a great place to start.
I actually want to talk a lot about social media today, and I'm interested in social media and PR. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me how social media is used in terms of gaining publicity? Does it get picked up by the press? How do you see it as a tool?
Social media is one of the most powerful and greatest tools that you can use online. However, I find it to often be one of the most highly abused and used incorrectly tools that are out there. There are some pitfalls to avoid and some ways to do it well. One way is to give yourself structure. Try to know your limits and not try to do everything at once. Let's say you have no online presence. I wouldn't recommend trying to build several social media sites all at once with your identity. First, maybe start with Facebook. Get in a rhythm, get comfortable, and then you might want to go to Twitter, and so on and so forth.
Well, how do people find you? How do they follow you? How does that magically happen? How do they find you?
Well, it really starts by listening. So I usually tell people to walk through the process of first listen, and then after listening, you can push the content, and then finally you can comment on the content. It's like building a relationship with each one of your followers. It's a process.
So listen means reading other people's, say, feed on Twitter or Facebook?
Yeah, read first.
Should I expect leads from my Twitter feed or from Facebook?
Sure.
Or should I be looking for more just, here are my thoughts. This is why I'm a smart person. This is why you should work with me.
I think it's all of the above. And really, you're trying to reach as many people as possible who can help make you well known in the industry. Mm-hmm. And of course you want to apply to potential clients, also your peers, and really show why you are a thought leader. Again, it's about you delivering relevant content, being ahead of the curve, and you're going to be spotting the trends, and then you'll find that people really see you as a resource. That's what you want to be online.
All right. So at REMarTech, you're going to be talking about personal brand. You have a keynote. But what are the key elements that go into personal branding? What should I start thinking about? What's my first step first?
Well, it really starts with looking at who you are and what sets you apart. One tip I always say for building your own brand is really you want to be innovative. And that's easy to say, hard to do, really. But just think of, to keep people's attention, I can't do what everybody else is already doing. I have to be a step ahead. I think it's Wayne Gretzky that says, you don't want to skate to where the puck is, you want to skate to where the puck's going. So you want to think that way and think fresh. So maybe you want to create a contest on YouTube. Maybe you want to create a partnership with a like brand outside of, I'm not talking online here, but maybe you just want to create a partnership and online is just another channel in which you push the message. Maybe you want to create a blog that speaks to more than one audience. So, for example, Hungry Domain does this very well, where they talk to the foodies and they also talk to real estate. lots of times two worlds can meld very nicely on a blog or social media. So for example, luxury in real estate, or art in real estate, or fashion in real estate. So that keeps the content fresh and interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned Hungry Domain. I really enjoy that blog by Paul Zwiebin Element.
Paul's great.
And I think he does a great job of, because he's a brand within a brand. So how do I do that? How does one develop their own personal brand if they're working for a larger company? Obviously, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
But I can't just copy him, do foodies and real estate, right? I've got to do something else. So how does that work? How does one find one's own voice there?
Ideally, a great brand within a brand elevates the parent brand. So it's going to say that, for example, Paul, he's a great brand, and he also makes his umbrella brand look great. So that's the concept. And he's doing it by looking at what sets him apart from others. For example, if I'm a broker who's really well known for being strong in uptown sales at a certain price point, I may want to have a participation in neighborhood events and organizations. I may be an advocate for my clientele. I may be commenting in online articles and traditional PR articles on the topic of that certain product type. And all these things make me look great, show my area of expertise, but they don't harm the parent brand in any way. So as long as you're keeping all of your content above board and really not going against the grain of the parent brand, I feel that it works very well and usually actually enhances both your personal brand as well as the parent brand.
Great. Well, Suzanne's going to be speaking at REMarTech on April 29th, and more on personal brand. We'll hear some of our secrets. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.